as investors, what are you really looking for? What makes a great entrepreneur? What makes a great company that you want to invest in? Mustafa?
I mean, the experience that we have in Turkey is about 10 years, okay? If you
get the mic a little closer.
The experience we have in investing in startups and early stage companies is rather limited. It's 10 years. It's not a lot. So, but it's still important when you study the material, when you Google the subject, you really find a very, very substantial and well-documented information about the subject. So my first recommendation to the audience, to the entrepreneurs, would be to really study the material that is available out there, okay? But it all boils down to three basic things, okay? You want a great market that the entrepreneur is trying to address, okay? The market, the bigger, the better, okay? And you want a great product, okay, or service. But, and above all is you want a great entrepreneur or entrepreneurial team, okay? So this all boils down to three things: great market, big market, great product or service, and the entrepreneur. There's always a debate which one of these three things is more important, okay?
Right.
And I really think the entrepreneur is the most important thing, okay? And because especially in the internet area, you are seeing that you start up with one idea, but you end up with a different product and
Sure.
service at the end that is successful. Okay? So it is the entrepreneur that makes that transition successfully from the startup idea into a successful a company. So the ability to entrepreneur to make that transition, it's what makes a successful entrepreneur from a not so successful entrepreneur. So the traits, the underlying traits behind that transition is I think the answer we're going to be looking for here, right? And I can start with some clues, and my colleagues can add to it. From our perspective, we feel that the integrity of the entrepreneur is very, very critical, okay? Mm-hmm. And in the integrity area, you can include the openness, transparency, self-awareness, ability to communicate. So they're all related concepts that really all ties together. Another very important trait of the entrepreneur for us is the domain knowledge. Okay? The better an entrepreneur knows the domain his business is going to operate, the better it is. Okay? Because only through domain knowledge an entrepreneur can make those iterations faster, can identify the opportunities better, and can respond to the customer, can understand the customer's needs and expectations better. So as a result, can make the iterations much faster and much more effective. The investments we make, the size of the opportunity I mentioned is very, very important. And to be able to make really significant success stories, you really need to go after the big ideas, okay? Mm-hmm. So to have big ideas would many of the times require that you are a contrarian, okay? So an entrepreneur should have a contrarian stand, okay? So when others are in a position to say, no, this idea is not going to work, the entrepreneur should be self-aware and reliant and confident to be able to stand and say, hey, this is going to work, and I'll make it happen. The stronger he believes in that, the higher the chances that he's going to come up with something big. However, this needs to balance with the fact that an entrepreneur should at the same time be, as I mentioned earlier, be open-minded and a good listener, okay? So the entrepreneur should listen to the people, the relevant people, his networking should be very well established. Okay, so he should listen to people. He should have good mentors whom he can get advice from, and make adjustments accordingly. So, in other words, flexible persistence, flexible counter, the strong position is what the entrepreneur needs to have.
Yeah.